You're going to love this. I think you're all here. I think Rachel's here as well. Good morning, Rachel. So I was asked to teach a slightly stronger class on Monday morning, so yesterday morning. And I thought, all right, what shall I do? And it worked really, really well. So I've been teaching the eagle pose, which I'm going to do you an eagle class, a full eagle class next week, because I don't want you to miss out on the full eagle class. But I was asked to teach a slightly stronger class at the yoga studio I teach at, and I thought, what should we do? So basically, you're going to do the same this morning. So it's going to be a little bit stronger than what we normally do. So I'll get up, I'll activate the body, I'll have a good shake out, and then we're going to do a sun salutation. And I'll build in the two different alternatives. So there'll be some cats in there, some dogs in there, and some nice big stretches as well. Then we're going to work with the dog pose, and then we're going to work with the pigeon pose. So you open out your hips and stretch out the piriformis. We normally do it laid down, but we're going to do it in a different way this morning. And then we're going to work with Garudasana, the eagle pose. And again, I'm going to teach two alternatives. So there'll be one with the foot down and your arms like this, and then there'll be one with some twisty arms as well. And it's a great class. It really helps you to kind of boost your energy, your confidence. It gets your heart rate going, and it really boosts this center of the body, this manipura center. So it helps with your determination and focus. And so I hope that you enjoy it. I've had good feedback from everybody so far. All I ask is that you look after your bodies. So if anything does feel uncomfortable, or it's like anything that doesn't feel right for you, go back to where you felt okay. Don't feel that you've got to do it. Just look after yourself. So we'll just start off with a little bit of just sitting for a moment or two. So feel your sitting bones grounded down onto the ground, onto the earth. And just take a few slow, deep breaths. Feeling the awareness rise up through your spine. And just closing your eyes and entering into a few moments of stillness. So watching the breath. Then becoming aware of your sitting bones once more, and just gently lifting that pelvic floor muscle. Let your shoulders just roll up towards your ears. Take a breath in, and then relax your shoulders down. If you're sitting on a cushion, remove your cushion from underneath and bring your feet out in front. Place the soles of the feet down onto the mat. And then we're just going to roll the knees to one side and then the other. So you're just massaging those sitting bones, opening out the hips. Feeling that massage through those sitting bones, and that's really part of your connection to the earth, those sitting bones. And then come back to the middle, place your feet down, and come up to a standing position. Just arriving up into standing, feeling the soles of the feet sinking down, bringing your hips and pelvis into neutral. Breathing in, lifting the sternum. And again, lifting the shoulders up and rolling your shoulders back. And then we begin by giving both of the hands a shake. You loosen up your fingers. And just first of all, notice the very tips of your fingers and your thumbs. And then taking that awareness down through the different joints in the fingers, all the way down to the base of the fingers, base of the thumb. And then into the palms of the hands. And into your wrists, your forearms, elbows, biceps. And as you come to your shoulders, give your knees a bend and feel any tension just being released from your shoulders. Lovely. And then let your legs be still. Take your hands all the way up through the midline. Just flicking away any tiredness. Give your hands a shake up above the top of your head. And then just pause. And in that pause, breathe in and lift the sternum. Feel a lengthening through your spine. And then let your shoulders relax. Breathing again, reaching up. And then as you breathe out, let both arms just descend down, creating that lovely circle in front. And then pausing for a moment or two. Just taking note of your breath. Just watching that inhalation and the exhalation. Leaning your weight down into your left foot. Pop your hands onto your hips, lift your right foot and circle your toes. So we're just mobilizing the ankle and changing your directions as you feel ready. And then give your foot a shake. Your toes loosening up. The ball of the foot, the arch, the heel. And then allowing it to rise up into your calf muscle. And then letting it flow up into your into the quad, into the hip. And then we shake down through the leg. So you shift your perspective and the foot goes all loose and relaxed. So any tension is just being released through that foot. Pause for a moment, let your toes just come down. And then slide your feet closer together. And then we're going to circle the knee a few times. Make that hip joint open out. Oops. And then place your foot down. Take your weight into your right leg, lift your toes, circle your toes around, mobilizing your ankle. And giving your foot a shake. Soften all of the foot, the arch, the heel, top of the foot, and the calf muscle. Take it up into your quad, hip, and then begin to circle your knee. Your whole body have a shake out, loosen up. So just really enjoy that lovely gift of movement, expressing yourself however you wish. And then come back to standing. Take your shoulders up towards your ears and then just circling those shoulders back, sinking into your knees. Breathing in, lifting, and breathe out, sinking. And then just beginning to lift the right and then the left. So you've got that lovely process of unraveling tension. And just to give you a little bit of background on what happened to me. So there's always something happening. So I arrived back home on Sunday night to a house completely riddled with fleas. And I got bitten a lot. They even followed me into the car and were biting me on the way to yoga. So I had a lot of stuff to deal with yesterday. It was quite stressful, but I've got rid of them, thankfully. But doing this practice really helped. I'm still a bit twitchy every time I feel something on my skin. So you might notice me doing that. But yoga is just so fantastic. It really takes you out of your body, out of your worries, and it uplifts you. That's it. Swinging your arms through now, compressing the kidneys. And just letting those adrenals feel soothed. Powering of the body, loosening up sides of the body. And then stepping out and creating that figure of 8. And just moving, bending your knees. Just flowing in a way that's perfect for you this morning. And you can feel as though you're clearing out that energy body we have. And sometimes it's said that it can extend 5 feet out from our body. Exploring that space. Taking your weight from one side to the other. Leading with your elbows. Wrists in. And stepping your feet closer together and just let your arms swing around the body. Your hips move and feel the movement coming from the base of the spine. And the arms are just relaxed and loose as possible. I'm going to take the arms a little bit further up so they're tapping in around elbow level. And then coming up to the shoulders. Taking the arms up into the space above. Feeling that sense of freedom. And that element of air. Element of air is the element that connects us to the heart. Space. Let your arms come down. And lift your heels from the mat. And as you lift your heels, lift the sternum as well. That lengthening in your spine. Arms lift up again. Take your arms up into that space above. Bringing the arms down. And then give your knees a little bend. Stretch out those quads. Strengthening the body as well as stretching. And then let your weight. Pop your hands onto your hips, circle your hips a few times. And then slide your right hip forward and then you lift your left. And just let the hips glide. That pressure roll along the soles of your feet. And then go the other way. And then let the body just come back to standing position. Standing with your feet hip distance apart. Lift your toes and just activate the feet so your feet feel really active. Feel the muscles in your feet. And then place your toes down. Relaxing the soles of the feet. Let the awareness rise up through your ankles and calves into your knees. Taking it up into the quads and into the hips and just breathing out. And lifting that pelvic floor muscle. Your awareness rise up into your chest. And there's breaths to be received and released. You take your shoulders gently towards your ears, circle your shoulders back. Crown of the head rise up. Then through your spine. And just stand in for a moment in that steady Tadasana, in your mountain pose. Standing in your power. Standing in steadiness. Just going to let the hands come in front. We're going to do a few stretches. So stretching the spine, breathing in, lifting the arms up. And breathe out, flow down. Keep your hands in close to your body. Let your legs, hamstrings stretch. And then bending knees and rolling back up. Breathing in as you rise up, lifting the sternum, put that space and flowing down. And you can move as slow or as fast as you wish. To feel the sense of energizing the body. Flowing down and lifting. Now this time you come up, just pause for a moment. The sternum lift, and then let your arms come down either side of the body. Soften the knees. I'm just going to do a few rounds of that lovely vitality breath. Breathing in and breathing. Left arm crosses in front of right. And exhaling as the arms come down. Beautiful. Creating that circle just in front of your body. It's powered by the breath. Inhalation lifts the arms, unfurling of the spine, and exhalation brings your arms down. And we're just opening out the energetic heart. So when the energy rises, it's rising into an open place. Beautiful. Now this time when your arms come down by your side, just pause, sink into your knees. Pop your core muscles on, and then we're going to bring both arms up, breathing in. Your fingertips just touch overhead and then sinking down. Strong exhalation, breathing in. And exhaling. It's almost like you've got angel wings, like you're just stretching out. Really expanding the ribs. And then just one more, the arms up. Beautiful. Let your shoulders relax. The sternum lift. Press palms together. And guide your hands down onto your heart. Close your eyes for a moment or two. Beautiful. Let your hands come down by your sides. And then step in towards the front of your mat. I'm going to start off this way and I'll turn, but I'm going to go this way to begin with so I can see you. See, have a drink of water. So we're going to begin our sun salutation practice. Surya namaskara. We're activated, but the whole of the body is stretched actually. It's like a tonic for all the muscles, the joints, the bones. But primarily it activates this center, this solar plexus, which is why it's called the sun salutation, because it gets your body's energy moving and flowing. So we're going to do a little combination of different poses and just invite you to move along and do whatever works best for you. So we're going to begin in your Tadasana mountain pose. Feel the awareness rising up through your legs again, lifting that pelvic floor muscle a tiny bit. Breathe in that sternum lift, let your shoulders relax. Just inviting in again, sense of steadiness. Your palms connect in front of your heart. Just bringing the two sides of the body into balance. And draw your wrists apart, press your fingertips down towards the earth, and then turn fingers in, soften your knees, Bring the backs of the hands together, breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, flowing down. Coming down with straight legs and then bending your knees and lifting up, keeping the hands in close to the body. And it's as though you're drawing that sunlight up and you can open out to the sun. Breathing out, flowing down. Breathing in, rising up, stacking each vertebra. Sternum lifts. Exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Final time rising up now. Just pause for a moment. And feel that warm sun warming your heart, your arms, your hands. And then this time as you come down, you're going to flow down and place your hands down onto the mat. And you're going to step back with your right foot. Bring your right knee down onto the mat. Let your palms face one another and you're going to lift both arms up behind the body. And then drawing forwards, breathing in, let your hands come to eye level. Beautiful. Fold down into your thigh, lift your arms. Second time, you lift that tiny bit higher, sternum lifts, and then breathe out, softly flow down. And your third time as you lift up, you just pause there, embracing that sun again, and it's called the sunburst. So really activate the sternum, your core muscles gently switched on. And then flowing down. Place your hands down onto the mat. And you can either, at this point, you can come into the cat pose. Or, if you wish, you can tuck your toes underneath and step your left foot back and drop down so you come into Plankasana, plank pose. And just feel the body strength building, the activation of Manipura, solar plexus, strength building in the arms, in the hands. And then bringing your knees down onto the mat, lifting your hips and let your chest come down and then your chin. And if you're in cat pose, doing the same. Into your 8-point pose. And then release the tops of the feet, let your body lay flat on the mat. Then you're just going to slide your hands forward so your thumbs come to eye level. Have your forehead down, breathe out. And then we're steadily going to rise up from the base. Keep the glutes relaxed. Bring your elbows in and come into that Sphinx pose. So your chin's parallel towards the floor. Separate your fingers. Draw shoulder blades together. And press fingertips down as you draw your sternum forward. Once you arrive here, just taking a few slow, deep breaths. Turning your head towards the right side and then the left side. Back to center. Take the elbows out to the side. Forehead comes down. Then if you wish to rise back up into Sphinx, you can. If you want to come into Cobra pose, take your hands back by your shoulders, elbows in, breathe out. And as you breathe in, using your core muscles, lifting your torso from the mat and just lifting into Garudasana, the Cobra, making sure that your glutes are relaxed. You're bringing the body back down onto the mat. Taking your hands back 1 hand length. Pressing down into your palms, tuck your toes underneath, take your abdomen towards your thighs and lifting up into Ardha Mukha, your dog pose. And we're just going to walk the dog for a few moments. So you're stretching out those lovely hamstrings. And you want to imagine there's a thread attached to your coccyx and that thread is drawing you up and you're feeling a deep stretch through your back, through the latissimus dorsi. Lovely. Step your feet out to the corners of your mat. Bring your heels down if that's comfortable for you. And just hold in there for a moment, taking some slow, deep breaths. And this is rejuvenating your eyesight, the brain. And it's creating a sense of vitality and well-being in your body. Lovely. Step your feet closer together, bend your knees. And this time you're going to bring your left leg forward. Bring your knee down onto the mat, core muscles on, and you're going to take your hands back into runner in flight. Now this time, we're just going to swing the arms forward, and we're going to do it a few times. So we might do it 6 or 7 times. Each time you do it, you can rise up higher, just listening to your body. And you could visualize that you're holding that light within your hands. It moves down through your body, energizing you. And then pausing with your arms up overhead, just enjoying that deep stretch, breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful, flowing down, arms lift behind, and then you're placing both hands either side of your foot, with first foot. Step your toes under, step both feet back together, and then begin to rise up, breathing in, drawing that sunlight, that energy up through your body. Opening out to the sun, beautiful, flowing down. Exhale as you come down. On your third time, so this time you rise up, just pause. I'm going to take a moment's pause with the arms up overhead. Lift the sternum. Close your eyes, and in your mind's eye, visualize that sunlight overhead. Sunshine. Om Mitraya Namaha. Salutations to the friend of all. Sun who shines on each one of us equally. Om Mitraya Namaha. Beautiful. Bring your hands down, and we're coming back down onto the mat. Pausing your forward bend. And this time you're going to take your left leg back. Bring your left knee down onto the mat. Core muscles are into runner in flight. And again, just 3 times. And this really benefits your digestive organs as your thigh moves into the stomach area. On your third time, to take your arms back, place your hands down either side of your foot. And you can either come into cat pose by bringing both knees together, or you can come into plankasana, so plank pose. So tuck your back toes under, step both feet together, drop your hips down, and you just hold in that shape. Body is in a straight line, head in line with the spine. Just hold in for a few breaths. And then lift your hips, bring your knees down. Bend your elbows, bring your chest down, and then place your chin down onto the mat. And then release the tops of the feet, belly comes down. And you can either come up into your Sphinx pose, or you can rise up into your Cobra. And if you're rising up into Cobra, you want to make sure the abdomen is laying flat on the mat. Shoulder blades together. And you're in that pose of the rising Cobra. Let your body come back down. Take your hands back one hand length. Tuck your toes under. And you can either come into the cat pose, or you can take your abdomen towards your thighs and lift up into your dog pose. And then again, begin to just walk your dog. So you're gently stretching out your hamstrings. And in this dog pose, I'd like you to lift up your right leg and draw your right knee in towards your chest, and then lift your leg all the way up above your body. Just hold that for a moment or two. And then bringing that knee down so it comes back into your chest. Place your foot down. And then bring the left knee in and lift the left leg up as well. That's great. Bring that knee down, place it back down onto the mat. And then this time, you're going to step your right foot forward. Bring your left knee down onto the mat. Pop your core muscles up and then runner and fly. And then this time again, as many times as you wish. Breathing in as the arms lift up, breathe out as they come down. Still maintaining that beautiful softness and that resonance. Steady. And then just one more. Energized, full of that vitality. And then arms come down, place your hands either side of your foot, tuck your back toes under. Just pausing your forward bend for a moment. And then rising up, having awareness of each vertebra. Breathing in, body rises, arms open up. Beautiful, worshipping that as that solar energy within your body flowing down. Rising up. In the sternum. Drawing in that prana, that life force energy flowing down. And then third time, pause, embracing that solar energy. Slow, deep breaths, body feels energized, full of vitality. And then let your palms come together and your hands into your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Just observe how you're feeling right now. Then release your hands down by your sides. I'm going to invite you to come down into crocodile pose just for a moment or two. So come onto your bellies. Separate your feet wide, heels in, toes pointed out. One arm rests on top of the other and place your forehead onto your arms. And we're going to do some belly breathing. So as you breathe in and out, really feel the abdomen, the belly pressing down into the earth. And you're working with that solar energy, and it's massaging the organs within that area. The softness and relaxation as you breathe out. Your feet are relaxed, knees, hips. Then walking your feet closer together. And sliding your hands, so your hands come underneath your shoulders. Press your palms into the mat and lift your hips back to join your heels. So you come into extended child, forehead down. And just taking some long, slow, deep breaths. Let your hands come back by your ankles when you're ready. And just taking a few moments to deeply surrender into that shape. Letting your breath move into your back, into your spine, into your shoulders. And then slowly rising up. Let the awareness start at the base of the spine. Slowly rise up and come up into your high kneeling position. Let your palms come down onto the mat and come back onto all fours. Tucking your toes underneath. And then you're going to lift up just a couple of centimetres off the mat. And then take your abdomen towards your thighs. And then you back up into your Ardha Mukha your dog pose. And then take a few moments to adjust your feet so you feel comfortable. And you can walk your feet again. Right. Now what we're going to do is you're going to lift your right knee in towards your chest. And then take that leg up again. So that leg comes up above your body. That's it. Okay, so you're going to take your weight forward towards your hand. Bring your knee down. And then just twist your hip and place your shin across the mat so your knee comes down. And then slide your hips back so your heel comes down towards your hip. That's it, yeah. So you can feel a stretch into your hip. That's it. Just get yourself nice and comfortable. Lovely. And then lower yourself down. So you come down onto your elbows. And just go down as far as what's comfortable for you. So you're coming down into that lovely pigeon pose. And it's a relaxed pigeon. Your head's relaxed. You can let your neck relax. And it's stretching out that piriformis muscle, which can be a tricky one to stretch. In this shape, let your awareness move towards your breath. Using the out breath, the exhalation, just to sink a little bit deeper into it. And placing your palms back down onto the mat, tuck your back toes under and lift your foot back to join the other foot. And then have another little walk of your dog, lifting your hips up so it's like you've got a thread attached to your coccyx. And then you're going to lift the other knee and lift that leg all the way up above your body so you've got a nice straight leg up there. That tips all the energy down. That takes that vitality down to the brain. And then take your weight forward into your hands, into your arms. Bring your knee through, twist your hip, place your shin down, and then slide your hips back and sink down into that shape on the other side. So if possible, you want to have your heel in line with your side of your pelvis, that's it. And then just get yourself down, relax down into it. If it feels uncomfortable at all, keep up that. And just taking those breaths and just letting your body yield towards that force of gravity. Using your breaths. You're preparing to come up now, so placing your palms back down onto the mat. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and bring your feet back onto the mat. Give them both a little walk and have a little wiggle in your hips. It's like you're wagging your doggy tail. And then take your weight forward. So you come back into plank pose and then let your body just come back down and come back to crocodile. Well-deserved crocodile pose. Close your eyes and just have a nice long relax down there. Taking those slow, long, deep breaths. Sliding your feet closer together. And slowly make your way out of that pose. So slide your hands underneath your shoulders and come into child's pose. But take your time, take as long as you need. But to extend a child and then child. If it takes a minute or two, that's fine. We've got time. And when you rise up, I'm going to invite you to just sit for a moment or two. So when you rise up, just get yourself into a comfortable sitting position so you can sit for a moment or two. So with your eyes closed, I'm going to invite you to create a visualization in your mind's eye. We're going to work with Garudasana, the eagle pose, in a moment or two. And for your visualization, I'd like you to see the bright blue sky, the beautiful mountain, its peak reaching high, high up, but almost into the clouds. And at the top of your mountain, you might see a snow up there. It might be lush vegetation. And then looking down the side of the mountain, see mountain streams, forests. And then seeing a ledge, a rocky crag. Standing there, you see an eagle. See its wingspan, its beak, its eagle feet. And then see the eagle take flight out into the sky. It's moving and soaring, enjoying its freedom. And then see the eagle as it takes off up high, high, flying higher than the clouds. And this is what an eagle does when it rains. It takes the higher ground. The eagle pose teaches us that we can view life from a higher perspective. Just taking a few moments and then opening your eyes, just embracing that lovely feeling of peacefulness. I'm going to do a little bit of demonstrating now for you. I just invite you to observe and just to sit peacefully whilst I show you my two versions of Garudasana. So I've got two versions arranged. So the first one I shall show you. So just watch him for a moment or two. First eagle pose. Second eagle pose. So there we go. So we're going to start off sitting down. And the first thing I'd like you to do is check that your sitting bones are down. So, and you're going to raise your right arm up above your body and place your right hand just at the top of your, the bottom of your neck. And then lift your left arm up, place it onto your elbow. And then breathe in, lengthening that right forearm up, and then just drawing that right arm over. So you feel a nice stretch through the side of the body. And then lifting that arm once more, bring it down. And then luckily the left hand's already here. So place your left hand into that spot. Breathe your right arm up, place your hand onto your elbow, lengthen up through that left forearm, and then draw that arm over. And just hold in there. Breathing in, breathing out. You let your arms lift up and let both arms come down. Second thing we're going to do is bring your arms, cross them over and interlace your fingers. And then we just do a bit of this twisty arm. And if you find it's a bit tight, just loosen up your fingers. And then change, so you do it the other way. So we're going to work with the two different arm gestures that our Garudasana eagle works with. So again, just get your sitting bones down, let your shoulders lift, and close your eyes for a moment. And eagles offer us one-pointed focus, determination, and clarity. So with those qualities in mind, I'm going to invite you to breathe in and lift both arms up either side of your body as if they were eagle wings. You bring your index fingers together in front, so they create like an eagle beak. And then rotate your arms, so you press your forearms and your elbows together, bring your palms together. And then you're going to slide your elbows away from your body, arch your back, and just gaze down the line of your thumbs and your fingers. Draw your tummy button in towards your spine, and just take a few slow, long, deep breaths here. And you can find a spot on the floor, on the ground, just to focus your eyes on. Just let your awareness be with your breath. Okay, you're going to breathe in and lift up from the base of the spine. And as you breathe out, separate your palms and exhale as your arms descend down. Beautiful. Okay, so this time you're going to breathe in, lift your arms up. And then you're going to cross your arms over. So your right arm crosses over at the top of your left. And then you're going to twist your arms and bring your palms either together, or you can just bring the backs of the hands together, whichever works best for you. That's great. And then same again, draw tummy button in towards your spine, arch your back, and gaze down the line of your thumbs and your index fingers. And you're just taking those slow, deep breaths, Just drawing the elbows slightly away from the body. But no pain, no pain. Just calm, centered focus. Breathe in, lift up. Open your wings. And exhale as your arms come down. Lifting your arms again. Breathe in. This time, left arm is coming over. Bend your elbows. Tie your hands into a knot. And then sinking down. Draw tummy button into the spine. And then hinging forwards. Just entering into that stillness. You find power lies in the present moment. Breathe in, lift. And fill your arms. And as you exhale, let your arms descend. Coming up, steadily rising up to standing. Just getting ready to work with your eagle. So we're going to do first pose, both sides, on both legs, but the arm gesture is the same. And then we'll have a go at doing the balancing one. So bring yourself to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Close your eyes for a moment and allow your visualization of your eagle on its mountain ledge. See it taking flight. Make your way into your left leg. And you're going to lift your right foot, lift both of your arms at the same time. And then bring your right foot over, place the ball of your foot down. And what you want to do is make sure you've got your thighs squeezed together as you sink down. And then you're going to bring your arms together, index fingers touch, rotate the arms, bring the elbows together, press the forearms together. And the palms are pressed together as you just sink down. Draw the elbows away from the body. Just finding something to focus your eyes on. Being grounded through the feet. This is activating your digestive organs, boosting the reproductive organs. Breathing steadily, evenly. And then getting ready to rise up, breathing in as you rise up, straightening the spine. And as you breathe out, separate your arms, land your eagle. Arms come down either side of your body. Take your weight onto your left foot this time. No, take your weight onto your right foot this time. You're going to lift your left foot. Cross the thighs over, so your thighs squeeze together, bring the ball of the foot down, sink down, bring your index fingers together, rotate so your palms and your forearms come together, that's it. And then sinking down, drawing elbows away from the body. Drawing tummy button in towards the spine. And sinking into your eagle pose. Garudasana. One pointed focus. And then lifting up when you're ready, so straightening the legs. Breathe in. Exhale. Land your eagle, legs straighten. Feel the spine rising up. Walking your feet closer together. So this time, we're going to have a go at doing the balance. And if you want to do what we've just done, feel like you can. So lifting your right foot, lifting your wings, and then placing your thigh over the other thigh, hooking your foot behind. That's it. And then bringing your left arm over, tie your hands into a knot, and then sinking down, gazing down towards the ground, drawing the elbows away from the body, Head in line, eyes in line with your hands. So bringing everything in together, drawing in, bringing that focus into one place. And then when you're ready to rise up, breathe in, rise up, open your wings, land your eagle. Your weight onto your right foot. Lift your left leg, lift your wings, and then bringing everything over. So left thigh hooks behind, right arm goes over the top. Tie your hands into your knot, and then sinking down. Gazing down, line of the hands. Elbows move away from the body, head in line. Just taking those slow breaths. Everything in one place. Focus. Determination, rising above life's challenges. Reaching those goals. And when you're ready, lifting up. Breathing in, opening your wings. Land. Placing your feet down. Arms come down. And just stand for a moment or two. Close your eyes. Just reflecting on how you feel. Really taking that place on the earth. Slowly bringing your feet together. And then lifting both of your arms up. Then like wings, let your palms meet overhead. And your hands come down to settle in front of your heart. And again, having your eyes closed for a moment and just resting in that place of peace. Having a sense of reverence for the Garudasana, pose that you've just created, that shape, a soar. Seat of the eagle. Release your hands when you're ready. I'm just inviting you to make your way down onto your backs. Ready for Shavasana. Taking your time, taking care. Easing yourself down. And if you want to bring your knees in towards your chest, you can. So keep your legs laid out on the mat, you can. It's up to you. In the body, with the support of the ground, of the earth, gravity. And just gently scanning through your body. Just having a sense of kindness for your physical body. Scanning from the toes, through the bones in the feet, into the heel, into the shin and the calf, to the knee, to the leg and into the hips. Just inviting the lower part of the body to yield to the earth. Taking some deep breaths down into the very bottom of the belly. And then noticing the breath in the upper part of the chest. Hands and hands relax. It's in the face. We're going to begin this relaxation in the physical body. Just begin by taking your awareness back to your feet. And as you breathe in, draw your toes in towards your body. So you feel the stretch down through the backs of your legs. And then breathe out, push the toes away. Breathing in and pressing the backs of the knees down towards the mat. Relax the knees. Lifting pelvic floor muscle and drawing tummy button in towards the spine and squeezing the glutes. And breathing into that physicality. And breathing out and softening. Just the sacrum down into the mat. And then bring your shoulder blades together. Feel the back arch. Breathing in once more. And breathe out, softening your shoulders. Your head turn to the right side and the left side. And then bring the head back to the middle. Squish your hands. Move the jaw. And then let your face roll. Just taking some nice long slow deep breaths. And then we're going to use the feeling of freedom. Feeling you get when you look. Say you saw an eagle in flight. That feeling of freedom. Expansiveness. A feeling of space. We're going to breathe that feeling into the soles of the feet and allow it to expand up into your body. Traveling up through the soles of the feet, into the bones in your foot, into your ankle. Just breathing it through you. And breathing out. Feeling of softness now. Expansive feeling arrives into your calf muscle and your shin. Softness comes up into your knee. And relax and let go. Softness now comes up into the thigh and into the hip. And you feel a spaciousness moving through the pelvic bowl into the organs within that area, creating a sense of ease, well-being. And breathe out, letting go. It's now in a freedom arrives into the chest and lungs. And it's allowing that whole breath to be received. And as you exhale, you let go a little bit more. Arms become heavy. Hands become heavy. The neck feels relaxed. And then breathe in that feeling of freedom and softness into your face, and softening the brow, softening your cheeks, softening the jaw. It's in every cell. And then scanning through your body once more. If there's any area of your body, any pocket, any space that needs that extra bit of relaxation, just allow your awareness to move there now and breathe into it. And as you breathe out, you let go a little bit more. And becoming aware of your soft breaths, space underneath the nose. And as you breathe out this time, just inviting you to spend a few moments just resting in this place of freedom. Begin this process of reawakening. Beginning once more by scanning through your body and just checking in with yourself and just making any subtle adjustments you might need to make. It's pressing down into the ground, into the earth, and reaffirming that earth connection. And in your mind's eye, allow that image of the mountain against the blue sky. See its peak and the rivers, and mountain streams and forests, lush vegetation. And breathing in that freshness, fresh mountain scent, mountain air, mountain flowers. And see your eagle resting there on its ledge. And see its wings and its eyes. And then take a breath in. And as you breathe out, your eagle takes its flight. It moves into the sky and it soars. Moves in spirals and flies higher and higher and higher, as if flying above the clouds and towards the sun. And see the sun in the sky and feel the warm rays on the crown of your head. And breathing in now and drawing down that sunlight, drawing that energy, that vitality down into your body, allowing it to create harmony, vitality, allowing that dynamic energy to flow through you, to every cell within your system, every muscle, every tissue. And that light flows down over the face and it reawakens your eyes. Goes down into your spine, down into your arms and into your hands and into your fingers. And then down through the central column of the body, nourishing you, energizing you. And there it goes down into the legs and into the feet and your toes. Just taking some nice big deep breaths in and out, and having a stretch. And then turning over onto whichever side suits you best. Now pressing your palms down into the mat and just bringing yourself back in to a seated position, just for a moment or two, keeping your eyes closed. And just bringing your hands together and bring your hands together. And then placing your nice warm hands over your eyes. Just opening your eyes up into your palms. Separating your fingers. And let the light trickle on in as you give your forehead a tap in your head. Your cheeks, your jaw. Just notice how different you feel after this morning's practice. Give yourself a dust off. Your arms up nice and wide and give yourself a very generous hug. The other side a hug as well. Arms come up overhead, with your palms meet. Let's come down onto the arm. And Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. I do hope that you enjoyed this morning's yoga practice, that you got something from it, and I look forward to seeing you again